Fasting like Daniel isn't just a spiritual discipline for me, it's a whole new paradigm. I call it HSPE, Think High School PE, and it reminds me how God's people have prayed powerful prayers throughout the Bible, by being humble, specific, persistent, and expectant. Put simply, humble prayers are powerful prayers. When we get out of the way and let God pray through us instead of giving Him our to-do list, we set ourselves up to experience amazing things from Him. Humility is a power source for Christians. Fasting humbles you. Think about it, you're choosing to deny yourself food, a basic human need, to submit to God. That's humbling. It takes you off the throne of your life and puts Him on it. The king of Babylon didn't understand that. In today's reading, Daniel is brought in to read the literal writing on the wall that spelled the end of the king's reign. The king had exalted himself above God, and God was done with his power-hungry dude. In the world, if you want power, you must earn it, or take it. That doesn't work in God's kingdom. Want God's power? You humbly get on your knees before Him. We see His power at work changing lives, healing brokenness, giving wisdom, and granting freedom when we get out the way, realize it's not about us, and humble ourselves before our all-powerful God. The way to get supernatural power from God is to ask Him for it. And how have God's people asked throughout history? Fasting and prayer. When we sin, such as by being proud, we can feel far from God. We can feel almost like we are on the reality singing competition The Voice, hoping that God will push His button and turn around in favor of our lives. The truth is, God never moves, He never leaves our side, and He's always turned toward you. Fasting and prayer is how we make room in our lives so we can experience His transformational power in our lives. If you're feeling far from Him and want His power to totally change your life like the world's best total home makeover, it's time to humble yourself and pursue Him through fasting and prayer. If you want to see Him move powerfully, get on your knees and put Him on the throne of your life.
And thou his son, O Belshazzar, hast not humbled thine heart, though thou knewest all this, but hast lifted up thyself against the Lord of heaven. And they have brought the vessels of his house before thee, and thou and thy lords, thy wives, and thy concubines, have drunk wine in them. And thou hast praised the gods of silver and gold, of brass, iron, wood, and stone, which see not, nor hear, nor know. And the God in whose hand thy breath is, and whose are all thy ways, hast thou not glorified. Then was the part of the hand sent from him, and this writing was written. And this is the writing that was written, Mene, Mene, Tekel, Upharsin. This is the interpretation of the thing. Mene, God hath numbered thy kingdom, and finished it. Tekel, thou art weighed in the balances, and art found wanting. Peres, thy kingdom is divided, and given to the Medes and Persians.